Tom Rutland.
Privileged to serve under your chairmanship, Sir Christopher, and may I start by thanking the honourable member for Chichester for securing this important debate. Maternity services are a vital part of our National Health Service. They're unique in that not only are they entrusted with the care of newborns at their most vulnerable and mothers at their time of most need, but they are also there to ensure the wondrous process of bringing a new life into this world is a safe one. For many families, this is the case, and I thank those in our NHS who work tirelessly to deliver the best care that they can, especially against the backdrop of 14 years of chronic underfunding of services and conditions that are not acceptable for a modern healthcare system. But for too many families in East Worthing and Shoreham, and others served by hospitals within the University Hospitals Sussex Trust, despite the hard work of many staff, maternity services are not performing how they should. All 4 maternity units in the Trust have been determined by the CQC to be inadequate or requiring improvement, which shows just how urgently that change is needed. But behind each rating and category are the devastating experiences of real people. I've met with families in my constituency who have had to endure the most tragic and unimaginable suffering as a result of having received inadequate care from the maternity services in the University Hospitals Sussex Trust. Families who are living through the devastation of stillbirth. A baby with no underlying conditions and who, in the eyes of all involved, was completely healthy, tragically died. There were numerous issues that should have triggered additional monitoring and alternative care pathways, but were never acted upon. And while in this case the Trust has admitted failure in care to the parents, I'm aware that the failures were not limited to this case. Another family, again due to welcome into the world a healthy baby with no underlying health conditions, suffered horrendously due to misdiagnosis, delayed treatment and a missed opportunity for a caesarean. These errors were compounded by poor communication and note-keeping, which resulted in clinical staff charged with their care not being aware of earlier events, and yet another unimaginable tragedy taking place. Sadly, these families are not alone, with a group of bereaved families in Sussex who no doubt wish they had no reason to know each other, having to come together to call for action and ensure that no expectant parents have to endure what they went through. I'm glad that our Prime Minister and the Secretary of State for Health have rightly prioritised maternity services improvements as part of their plan to change our NHS, because they too feel the urgency for change that many of my constituents feel. I'm grateful to the families in my constituency who have channelled their grief into the courage to share their harrowing stories with me, and I'm grateful to the Health Secretary for meeting with families previously in the care of University Hospitals Sussex Trust to hear their experiences and their calls for action. Because action is what is needed. With a new baby born every minute, we cannot delay or defer making our maternity services safe for all, including tackling racial inequalities in care. The need is now, and the urgency is clear.
Keep on